I hope you're beautiful lot. My name's Jason and this is my 80s podcast. You put the boom boom into my heart. As you've just heard, this is my 80s podcast. My name's Jason, and if you love the 80s, you're in the right place. So please take a look and a listen at this. That you love, and I always think like what you do. I love watching your interviews. I just think they're absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean? I just do it, and I always say to people, go and watch them. I always say to people, if you love the 80s, because these are 80s stars they're interviewing, go and just give them a like in it, because I just think for me. I love watching it, and I just think, and they seem to love chatting to you as well. But like I said, that's going back to
sometimes, they.
Has any of them ever felt quite standoffish?
I wouldn't say standoffish, but some people aren't. Oh, sorry about
willing.
That. Some people. Sorry, Sue.
Sorry.
Oh. Some people don't know us and don't know who we are, and then they'll sit down and they'll be a little bit guarded. But by the time we've finished the interview, they've usually warmed up, haven't they?
That's good.
They seem.
Yeah, some of them have been a little bit at the beginning, haven't they?
Yeah.
I don't suppose they don't know us. Nobody knows
some
us.
Some of them know us that we've spoken to over the years.
Listen, ladies, you're award winning.
Oh.
Tell them that you're an award winning. They should know who you are. Have you still got your award? Did you give you one each?
Yeah.
One each. Yay!
That was quite something. Yeah.
Right, I've got some other. I'm going to ask you. So what kind of artists are you most drawn to over covering music? You know, because you can be drawn to different artists. I always think there's some artists where I appreciate them now, but there's some artists that I just think, and especially because people say, "Oh, do you love everything about the 80s?" No, there's things no, and that's normal, isn't it? But is there any artists that you've been drawn to when covering? You know what I mean? Or that you haven't, because there's some people that you just think, oh, that I love them, but when you meet them, it's completely different, isn't it? And I'm not saying that I'll name names of being bad, but you know what I mean? Is what draw you to that sort of artist and their music?
Yeah, I love all the sort of 60s influences, Jay. So, for example, Roland Gift. I love the Fine Young Cannibals.
Absolutely.
And I love their music, so I was drawn to those because the lyrics were also good. And we did meet Roland Gift, but he was about to go on stage.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, he was quite sort of short, So.
We made the mistake of trying to interview him before he went on stage, and he was in the zone.
And he was ready to get on that stage.
Yeah. We did speak to him afterwards, but we didn't have too long with him, did we? So hopefully we'll do that again sometime.
Yeah. So any of those influences, like Madness, I'd love to interview Suggs.
I think Suggs would be great to chat to, wouldn't I? mean, but they're another group that, even though I knew them and liked them, I appreciate them more, like a lot more now. Yeah. And I did like them. It wasn't I didn't like them, but I just do appreciate them now. I just think, is that with age? I always think, is that as you get older, or I don't know.
I never really.
No, I didn't.
But we've seen them quite a few times live, and the first time I saw them live, they blew me away. I thought, oh my God, I can't believe how many songs I actually know.
Yeah.
They are so good live. So that they've really surprised me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm drawn to the New Romantics. That's my thing.
Absolutely.
It's Spandau, Culture Club, Duran Duran, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. No, they're not New Romantics.
But they're
that whole,
and that sort of
genre.
I mean, I'm a bit like, it's like, I mean, I grew up with obviously what I used to go, but then my influences were like, these are completely different, because my mum used to like Motown all the time, and Queen as well. And then Queen went into the 80s as well, but my dad was absolutely obsessed with Queen, as well as what's it called? Oh, I keep forgetting the name. Mark Knopfler's in the lead singer.
And Dire Straits.
And Dire Straits. I completely forgot that. And Dire Straits. So my dad was into all that sort of stuff, and that influences on. So, and it's a bit like, because one of my favourite 80s songs is, and it's got rappers in it, is "Walk This Way" by Aerosmith and Run DMC. Because and for me, and it's really bizarre because that's a big crossover, isn't it? It's like because they were known as rappers, weren't they? And then you had Aerosmith, and I was listening to that the other day and I thought, God, it's still a good song. They're different influences, isn't it? That we all have. I mean,
talking of rap, Jay, you know, when Grandmaster Flash first came out, that blew me away.
Yes.
You know, the message, that song. I remember. I can still remember all the raps. I still remember that on that 12-inch. Broken glass everywhere. I won't go into.
See, I'm a bit like that. I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I can still remember something like that from the 80s.
It's strange, isn't it?
Right, I know another question I was going to. Do you remember the first ever 80s person you interviewed, and were you nervous, and where were you?
Oh,
so the first 80s, when you first did the first person from the 80s that you interviewed, and where were you, and were you nervous?
I'm trying to think. I mean, we were in the newspaper for a long time. We may have done, but as Choose 80s.
As Choose 80s.
Let's Choose 80s. We'll go as Choose 80s.
As Choose 80s, it was Nick Kershaw.
Yeah.
And we were dressed as Heidi High campers.
In our yellow blazers.
Whoosh.
Before we did all our branding and became known as Choose 80s, we used to go to Rewind Festival dressed up in different costumes. So we were one of the first groups, we were there with friends, to go as Heidi High.
Yeah, there's people following us since then. A lot of campers are following us.
Did you go as Sue Pollard's character, anyone?
No,
Peggy.
Becky.
We're trying to be glamorous, Heidi High, weren't we?
So you know, like, so when you first did that, and do you know, like, well, because I was talking about branding as well. So obviously, how long have you had your brand, or what were you known as the same thing when you first started doing the interview? You've always been Choose 80s.
We were as Choose 80s then.
We did when we interviewed Nick Kershaw. I don't think we were.
No, we weren't.
And going back to your question, I don't think we were really that nervous because we'd interviewed so many people over the years.
Yeah,
but we were just excited, I think.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Chance to interview someone. I mean, I actually drew a portrait of Nick Kershaw when I was at school. I had it up on my wall because I did actually mention that to him. One of the times we've interviewed him, because we've met him a few times, I did say, you know, he went, oh, he said, I thought you were going to get it out of your bag.
Get it out of the show. This is what I made earlier.
No.
Funnily enough, I did a Paul Weller one, which is right behind me.
Oh,
well, remember to take that with you, Sue. So when you do interview him,
it's just
go and get it. Go and show Joe.
Just take it out and say, Paul, this is what I've done.
Well, this was my art folder, Joe. So that is Paul Weller and all the.
That's a school art folder.
School art folder. So that I loved you before.
Oh my God, yeah.
All those ones, Spandow's there, and
she's even got the 80s tape on it, sellotape.
Yeah.
Oh God! Do you know what? I wish I'd have kept some of mine, but I think a lot of mine got thrown out when we moved years ago.
I wish I'd kept a lot more, Jay. But there's my Paul Weller portrait.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
That's really good. That is.
Oh, I don't know.
It is good.
I tell you what, he would love that. You would say, Paul, just shake. Wait, if you see him, just wave it. Go, Paul. So he comes over and talks to you.
Right, Jay, we know you're a George Michael fan, so we've got 3 questions.
Oh, God, go on, then.
Last time, Joe.
Do you know, a friend of mine asked me if I'd come to an 80s quiz with her. She goes, you know a lot about it. I went, I'm not, because you're not putting me under that sort of pressure, because I won't remember anything when I'm there.
Okay, we've just got 3 questions.
Go on, then.
So, George Michael, as a solo artist, achieved 7 number ones.
Gosh, he did.
And that includes collaborations. Can you name 4 of them?
4 number ones. So
4 number ones, not Wham, just George Michael.
George Michael. So we had Faith.
Collab.
Faith, and can you have the collab ones?
Faith
No.
didn't get to number one.
Did it get to number one?
No.
No. Did it not?
Shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked at that.
I'm trying to think. So it's his 80s ones. Different Corner.
Yeah.
Careless Whisper obviously didn't it?
Yep. That's two.
So Careless with Different Corner. I want to say Monkey, but I also think it's not, because Monkey for me is such an underrated song. It should have been massive. So Careless Whisper, Different Corner. I'm just trying to think. They were mostly solo ones, slow ones.
Yeah, they were, but also a couple of collabs.
I know you were waiting with Aretha Franklin.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think of the fourth one, because he had quite a few, didn't he? It wasn't Monkey. It wasn't. It's not Wham ones, is it? I'm trying to think. I'm going into Wham now. You see, I'm thinking. Yeah. Not Faith. I'm trying to think of the Faith. It wasn't Kissing a Fool. No. God, Jay, you're not as good.
Think of another collaboration. I think that'd be easier. There were two more collaborations that were number one.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. God, he was, weren't I? I'm just trying to think now. See, I'm on the spot now. I'm going.
Two of my favourite ever songs. They are.
Oh, are they? So, oh God, and he had,
Flying Outside.
Oh,
Not that one.
Oh no!
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Going outside. Oh no, it wasn't outside.
Oh no. Oh well, it's the same sort of thing.
Is she making it worse for me?
Yes, don't listen to that.
I'm just trying to think. So there were collaborations, weren't there? So we've got. It wasn't Monkey. I can't. Why is my brain gone? The only collaboration I think of, Whitney Houston, but that wasn't 80s, wasn't it?
Think of big concerts where he did collaborations and then they released them as singles.
Oh, Elton John.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
I did. That was a great. See, I know. I always forget that's because I always class that as an Elton John, but it is because he did release it, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
My friend Julia was the biggest George Michael fan, and when they did that song, I used to go to her house. We used to rewind it on the tape to learn all the words so that we could sing it off by heart. We just used to go back. This is the bit.
I always forget that's it is. I always forget that's a George Michael song, because I just think it's an Elton John one.
Yes.
But he did, because then he did one with Queen, but a bit later, didn't he? Somebody to Love.
So that's another one.
Yeah.
So the 7 number ones are Careless Whisper, Different Corner, I Knew You Were Waiting for Me,
Yeah.
Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me,
Oh yeah.
Somebody to Love, Jesus to a Child,
Oh God, yeah.
and Fast Love.
I thought were they 90s or 80s? I think Fast
Love would be 90s probably.
90s,
Yeah, I think I'm sure, because because one of my ultimate favourite one is Freedom 90, but it's a 90s song, so I do love that song.
That didn't get very high at all, like compared to some of these. I love that.
Absolutely. But then it's like Freedom. I mean, someone says to me, someone was going about like Freedom by Wham, and they said, "Do you know?" I went, "I like it, but it wasn't one of my favourite Freedom ones. It was things like I'm Your Man, and they're like more Different Corners. One of the most I could listen to that song on repeat."
Oh.
And literally, when you hear it, it's quite a simple song, isn't it? And he says that it's literally just him singing, and there's a lot of like.
And you've got to sing, you have to sing. I always sing out really loud with that. Try and do the breath right.
In the car.
You try and go as high than him, don't you? Oh God, I didn't.
He had amazing range, didn't he? You just get up there, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I've always said this. I've always preferred female singers, but people like George Michael, and even because I've just did one of my live things that come out Monday. I do like a featured artist, and I get people to ask me. And we are doing Duran Duran this week. It's not featured art. So basically, I play the 80s music on the show, but I put a lot of Duran Duran songs in it as well. So people have asked me.
What time?
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's a bit early for you.
On what day? What day?
Monday.
Oh,
the 6th. It's from 9 o'clock till 10:30. Yeah. But loads of people have literally said, because I put it out there. Some people said Ha Ha. Some people said the Bangles, but a lot said Duran Duran. And the thing is with Ha Ha, they didn't have that many songs for me. So for me to put them through because I normally put about 6 or 7 of them through the episode. And like Bangles, they only had a few, didn't they? They only had like. And I said I would do that, but then people started to say Duran Duran and Spandau Ballet, but Duran Duran, I think Duran Duran, it's one by one, and someone goes, "Oh, I went, no, I put Duran Duran because I quite like Duran Duran.
Duran Duran always won the smash hits hoes and everything.
It should have been Paul Weller.
They did. They all. Do you know what? They always did, didn't they? They won everything.
Yeah.
John Taylor won it all.
I think you just
John Taylor always won. No, it wasn't. It was how it should have been.
That's a bit like you said that. Go on.
You've done your number 1. You achieved that. So we're going to question number 2.
Go on.
So these are the lyrics to which song?
Go on. I love showing off telling you this, but I can't do this. But go on.
Sometimes I think that you'll never understand me, but something tells me together we'd be happy.
I know that song, but why is it when someone talks it? So, say it again. Go on.
Sometimes I think that you'll never understand me, but something tells me together we'd be happy.
I know that song, but ain't it horrible? It's not like it's not a different corner, is it? No. Sometimes I know that you understand me. Why is it when you speak it, it sounds completely? But I know what it is.
It sounds so different.
Yeah. So
think about it.
People are going to love this because they're getting you back, Jay. Because when I do it to everybody else, they're going. Say it again. Go on, one more time.
Sometimes I think that you'll never understand me, but something tells me together we'd be happy.
Sometimes I feel like I never understand. It's a slow one, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's not different corner. It's God. This is.
I keep hearing that club song. Do you know that one? Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up.
I don't. You're going to throw him off the.
So say it again one more time, and I'll get it.
Say it again, but I will phrase it more favourably.
Go on then.
Sometimes I think that you'll never understand me, but something tells me together we'd be happy.
Oh, I know that song. Why can't I remember it? Sometimes. Oh. It's not Careless Whisper or anything like that. It's. This is hard, you know. I'm never going to mock people when I do this. Ever again.
Shall we sing the first line to you?
Oh, God, I wouldn't dare.
Sometimes I think that you'll... No. Oh, God.
Never understand me. Understand me. Even though we're together, say we can be strong. Our father figure.
Put your tiny hand in mine.
I could be your preacher teacher. Ain't that? Do you know what I was thinking about that? Because she's just brought that out, ain't she, Taylor Swift?
Has she?
Not the song. So basically she's brought. There's a song on her album called Father Figure, and it sounds a little bit. I mean, it doesn't. It sounds a little similar, but it's not. But she's actually put George Michael on there, credited him. Yeah. To be honest, it's a really good track as well.
Is it?
Not as good as Father Figure, but she's literally. You can tell where she's going with it. It sounds like her, but. She's credited him because of the way it sounds, but go listen, it is really good. Father Figure. Ain't that really bizarre? But it's on the tip of your tongue. And
It's
You redeemed yourself too last time we had the chat because you didn't get one, but you literally got them before you even finished the first.
Oh, it was hard. It was hard. Right. So now question 3 is your final question. So we're going backwards. Now we're going to Wham. So what was Wham's first single?
Was it Young Guns?
Yay!
Go for fun. Crazy ladies, keep them on the run. Wise guys realize.
Emotional time. What I want to be.
That was.
Look at you.
Death by matrimony. That's when I remember first watching him on Top of the Pops when he had his leather jacket on, his top undone, and they were doing all that dance, and everyone used to do that at the disco, didn't they, when you was a kid?
Yeah, I know. So it got to number 1 on October the 16th, 1982, and it's been 17 weeks on the charts.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You forget, don't you? It's like when you think now, it's like we always say nowadays, you have to physically. Not that. So sorry. Years ago, you had to physically sell a record, didn't you? Whereas now it's all the other stuff. Whereas, I mean, you imagine that's got to be a lot of. You must have. I mean, it's probably not like it is now, but that's a lot of records that you would have had to sold or cassette.
Oh, it's totally different, isn't it? I mean, you had to go and, as you say, physically buy it.
Yeah.
Now you just lie in bed and just.
I tell you what, a question I've got. 'Cause I was going to do it for my podcast, for my other chat thing, and it blew my mind because I didn't realise it. Do you know what who the first artist was that had a record in 1987 on CD? The first ever. Ooh. Now, I have to be honest. I had to recheck this a couple of times because I do a lot of ChatGPT. ChatGPT lies to me.
Wasn't the last Straits, was it?
No, see, I thought that, but it was 1987, and I just thought, you're having I didn't realise it was them. It was just, so it's 1987, a massive hit, and it's just been released by someone else. There's 2 of them singing on it. They're singing on it and he's singing on it. He's just released it recently, but not a fast version, a slowed down version of her.
This is intriguing.
Do you know? So it was Whitney Houston's "I Want to Dance with Somebody."
Oh.
So you know, Callum Scott's just done one, hasn't he, with her?
No, I didn't know that, Jay. No.
Did you not?
No.
See, I only know this because. I only know this because my husband's up to date. I'm still in the 80s. I listen to all that. So Callum Scott. Are you not? Callum Scott's just released. I Want to Dance with Somebody with Whitney Houston, but it's just her vocals that have been stripped down.
Oh.
And he's listened to it and he's done a duet with it, and it's really good. I don't know why they did it I mean, his voice is great, Callum's, but hers is just, and it's quite emotional when you hear. Because I love hearing Whitney's voice, but it's really stripped down. There's no music in the background. It's just her vocals. Really good.
Oh, wow. So, that's a listen to that.
That was so sad about Whitney, wasn't it?
So I always make people laugh because I always used to say to people when she was going through all that stuff that she was going through, I kept saying to Stevie, because can't we just go and like kidnap her and bring her in, lock her in one of our rooms up here and look after her? Because I said to Steve, because when she's gone, it's going to be an absolute tragedy and then she got better, didn't she? And and then but yes, it was, I think
one of the Netflix, I think it was a documentary on Netflix that covered her journey and showed her room with loads of drugs, paraphernalia and stuff.
So sad.
It was so hard hitting. I was quite distraught watching it.
Yeah, it's how
it was. It's just
because when you think, it just goes to show you don't know what you see behind the scenes, do you? Because they always get this impression that Bobby Brown was, but she'd been doing it years before anyway, hadn't she? They reckon so. But
it's so sad, the circumstances. Though,
yes.
It was a big music event, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
And it carried on, and I thought, how the hell can they carry on after that? That really shocked me.
And that's I think for me, Whitney's. I mean, there's no one. She just sang effortlessly, didn't she, Whitney? It was like, you know what I mean? She was given that voice. I mean, I don't believe in all that God stuff, but she was been given it by there. And I just think she was just such a loss and such for me, she was a massive 80s influence, as well as all the other stuff. But she was just incredible when she brought out. Oh my God, my dad used to love. What's the other one called? How Will I Know?
How Will I Know?
Yeah,
I love that.
I think it was more to do with the video more than anything else, ladies. I think that's why it was nothing else. He said, I like this song. I went, yeah, but you're watching the video. I goes, you're not. I goes, and it's just wrong. You're my dad. Switch it off.
My husband loves The Bodyguard. He loves that film.
Oh, that film is amazing.
It is a great
film. Incredible. She was made for that part. And I love the fact that I didn't realise that Madonna was going to have that, but Kevin Costner didn't want her to have it.
Oh,
So they offered. There was good. I mean, I don't know how true it is. They were going to offer it her, Madonna, but he said no. I want someone. His words, not mine. Everybody, he wanted someone a bit classy. He said.
Well, Whitney was perfect.
She was perfect.
She was.
Her acting was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like it was made for her. Good old Whitney. I do love her.
Yeah.
So, I always find it really sad when, especially when she died, when George Michael died. I think that topped my Christmas off. That just blew my mind.
I'll never forget that Christmas, Jay.
Yeah. And the fact that he died at Christmas when Christmas was a big thing to him. I remember driving to my in-laws from my mum's on Boxing Day, the day after he died, and all they were playing were George Michael songs on the radio, and I was just crying. I thought, this is ridiculous. I don't actually know the man, but I just cried the whole journey from London to Windsor.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But then he was a massive part of the 80s, wasn't he? He was like
massive part of our lives.
Yeah. For the whole, even up to like through the 90s and everything, he was, and beyond, he was. Yeah. He was always there, wasn't he?
And I just think it was so sad the way he was hounded, by the media. And we didn't work for the Nationals at that time, but the way they hounded him constantly.
They're awful, weren't they?
Awful. And the pressure that poor man must have been under.
The thing is, a lot of the press, I mean, not all the press, but I think a lot of the press, they'll build you up, but they do like to smash you back down, don't they? And I always find that quite perverse and quite cruel how they treated him. I mean, when you watch like the Wham documentary, they knew he was gay when he made Club Tropicana because he told them. You know what I mean? They knew all them years ago, so it wasn't a big, massive thing for them. But they tried to make it a big, massive thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
But when you think in the 80s, people, apart from Boy George, I mean, Boy George was... He was out there. He didn't give a flying, did he, old Boy George? But, yeah. But people like, I mean, when you hear him talk, it wasn't they wanted to sell them to women, didn't they? They wanted to sell Wham to the females to make them popular, so you couldn't, you know what I mean? You couldn't come out or whatever it was, which is really sad. I just think, especially nowadays, I mean, no one cares. Well, I suppose some people do, but I just think it's a lot more accepted now. And I think it was brilliant the way he handled it as well, didn't it? He was incredible. And that's probably one of the reasons why I just idolised the man. And he was just, and then when I seen you interviewing Pepsi and Shirley, I thought, that's near enough. That's near enough. George Michael
touching distance.
Yes. I mean, that was a huge moment again, wasn't it? You know.
What were they like? Were they? Because they always look great when you see them. I mean, especially you see Shirley more, obviously because her son's on the telly, isn't it? But you see her time. They always seem really, really nice, the pair of them, Pepsi and Shirley.
Yeah, very down to earth. She was doing up her house and she said, Martin has just hosed me down with the hose out the front. And I said to him, I'm being
Bring him on. I said, bring him on. Bring him on, we're chatting.
Yeah, we should have done, shouldn't we?
We should have done.
Well, I think he was in the doghouse for doing that, though, at that time.
You forget the people that we've interviewed.
But that's what I said, because I had this list on it, and it was like Tom Bailey from Thompson Twins, Marto, Nick Haywood.
Yeah.
Oh, he's lovely, Nick.
Paul Humphreys from OMD.
Yeah.
Yes.
And another thing I was going to ask you, because I didn't realize, I was going to ask you this question, this is for me, because I didn't realise you got a website until I found your website.
Yeah, so it basically just puts all our interviews on. It's just another way for people to access the
Is it because I was looking into, I mean, I went to do one and then I kept thinking, why am I doing one?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
it was just just another way for people to access
people. I tell you what I found really good. Someone showed me it's called I shouldn't say I'm promoting them. CARRD. So it's just a web page. So when I share mine, I think it's about, I'll cut this out, it's about £9 a year. So it's just a page, but you can make the page as long as you want.
Oh.
And you can add bits onto it. So that's what I do with mine. So you can add video, you can add pictures, you can add, you know what I mean, you can add everything on. And that's what, because I was going to do a web
what's
site.
your website address, Jay?
You should put the boom boom into my heart, but it's /CARRD.
Right. I mean, our one is WordPress, so we don't pay for it.
Yes. I see. Oh, do you not?
No. And we've got the main front page.
Yeah.
But people can
and we've got the other bit. You've got the other bits that come off it, haven't you, as well?
Yeah, just a few bits. Yeah.
And we need one of your merchandise T-shirts that I've seen. So when you get them on there, I'll order one.
Oh,
thanks, Jay.
Yeah, we were almost ready to go with that, and then the company.
Sadly, the company closed up.
Yeah. So
really?
It's not been top of our list of things to get sorted, but
I tell you what, there's some great. I mean, I got a great one done on. I mean, obviously eBay. I'll cut that out as well because I can't promote that. But on there, I got some of my T-shirts on. They were doing like a bulk load. I've not ordered anything, but they were doing like bulk load. So there's quite a lot of people on there. If you want to have a look at some of them stuff on there, that's where I got mine from. I mean, this one's a bit lycra, but the other ones I got. This one's probably the better one because it's literally in the top. Whereas some of them,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You can feel the thick. It's got the print where this is literally in the top.
And where is that from?
This was from eBay. I'll have to get the link and I'll have a look and I'll send it to you. I still got, but this one was really good, and they do loads of different colours as well. So like the colours.
We had someone contact us from America asking if we had our merchandise up and running, so we need to sort it. But the thought, it's lovely to think that people like
absolutely
across the world. It's lovely. Another I don't know why I've just thought of this, but when we were at Rewind, we were in the silent disco, and this guy came over and said, "Oh, saw our T-shirts." I said, "Oh, choose 80s."
Cheese 80s.
Cheese 80s. That's more appropriate, isn't it?
Cheese 80s.
He said, "I've got to thank you." He said, "Because it's just by watching your videos that I'm here today."
Oh, no, that's nice.
He said, "You made me feel really comfortable about coming to Rewind." Brilliant. He said, "And this is my second year, and it's only down to watching you and how you've been at the festivals and stuff."
But how lovely is that?
Oh my God!
It was, Joe.
That means more to us than any of the interviews that we've done.
But that's because you're, like I said, because you're approachable. You have that approachable attitude, and you come across as approachable. So the thing is, people are drawn to that. It's like if you went out years ago, you used to go out in the pub when you were younger, and there were loads of people at the bar. Someone was having fun and having a laugh, but that's who you're drawn to, aren't you? You know what I mean? And I think because you're very approachable, and that's why. And even when you're videoing, it's like when you're interviewing people. You know what I mean? You come across as approachable there. I mean, especially when you
we just know ourselves.
Because I mean, it's not just the stars. When we go to Rewind, it's the ordinary people dressing up that are the stars.
Yeah.
Because there's some real characters there.
I did like the ones where you were singing the lyrics and getting them to sing the.
There were quite a few drunk people at that point.
We got there. They were very drunk.
I can't remember. Was it one of them went like, he just went, I don't know. But then some of them just walk off. Some of them are really good because they literally sing it straight away. And you just think that's what you want to do. That's what you know what I mean? You want someone to be in there with the zone. How brilliant was that? So if you love the 80s, please give me a share. I know it's spelt wrong intentionally. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know it makes sense. Have a good day, you beautiful lot.